When we use direct speech, we quote a statement. My father said, I have bought you a watch today. Indirect speech. When we use indirect speech, we report a statement. My father said that he had bought me a watch that day. We have altered the tense, the pronoun, and the adverb of time in this sentence. Let us study how tenses, pronouns, and adverbs of time and place change in indirect speech. Pronouns. In direct speech, we use pronouns that indicate a direct relation with the speaker. In indirect speech, we use pronouns that indicate a direct relation with the reporter. Adverbs of time and place. Adverbs of time and place undergo a change when they are used in indirect speech. Tenses. Almost all the tenses undergo a change when they are used in indirect speech. As we identify very direct and indirect statements, we notice other differences as well. Let us take a look at these. Modal verbs. Modal verbs also undergo a change when they are used in indirect speech. Example, I said, I will feed the fish. I said that I would feed the fish. WH questions. We introduce questions in direct speech with interrogative words such as how, what, when, why, where, which, etc. What has happened to the cake? Asked my mother. My mother asked me what had happened to the cake. We introduce questions in indirect speech with reporting verbs like asked and inquired. Use of whether or if. When the question does not begin with the WH word, the reporting verb is followed by whether or if. Paul asked me, are you scared of spiders? Paul asked me if I was scared of spiders. Commands and requests. We express commands and requests in direct speech in the imperative mood. We express commands and requests in indirect speech in the infinitive mood. We introduce commands and requests in indirect speech with a reporting verb that indicates a wish or an order. Meg said, turn down the music. Meg ordered me to turn down the music. Negative commands and requests. We introduce negative commands and requests in indirect speech by adding not to before the verb or verb phrase. He said, do not jump the red light. He asked him not to jump the red light. Exclamations. We express an exclamation in direct speech with a punctuation mark as shown here. We introduce an exclamation in indirect speech with a reporting verb that expresses strong emotion. We transform exclamations into statements in indirect speech. Alice said, "My goodness, what a beautiful butterfly!" Alice exclaimed that the butterfly was beautiful. In this module, you have learned how to use direct and indirect speech. Direct speech quotes a statement. Indirect speech reports a statement. Direct speech uses pronouns that relate directly to the speaker. Indirect speech uses pronouns that relate directly to the reporter. Direct speech uses adverbs of time and place that express proximity. Indirect speech uses adverbs of time and place that express distance. Direct speech uses past, present, and future tenses without a change. Indirect speech alters the tense except in the case of past perfect and past perfect continuous tenses. Direct speech introduces questions with an interrogative word. Indirect speech introduces questions with a reporting verb. Direct speech asks yes/no questions. Indirect speech introduces questions with whether or if. Direct speech expresses commands and requests in the imperative mood. Indirect speech expresses commands and requests in the infinitive mood. Introduces commands and requests with a reporting verb that indicates a wish or an order. Direct speech expresses exclamations with punctuation. Indirect speech expresses exclamations with exclamatory verbs as statements.